Hi there, it's me again. I'm out of breath because I went to the other room and came back. Doesn't take much to get this old fat lady out of breath. So anyhow, but I wanted to show you my idea. Now, I'm calling it my idea, but I'm sure somebody will tell me that somebody else had the idea before me, and they probably did. But I love to sew. I love to sew up my scraps. I love to reuse and repurpose and things. And so this is my idea. First, I'm going to show you. Oh, wait a minute. I got to put you down here to the showroom floor. Oh, let me move this here over to here. Okay, now move this out here. This here is a journal wrap, basically. Because this, you just wrap it around, and this here I have, that's all it is. And it wraps around your journal, wraps around a book, it wraps around anything. And so I'm going to basically be doing the same thing. I'm going to show you some that I've already done. But see, here I made the guts for this journal, but it's all bound, but it's all bound together, but it's not bound to the cover and to the wrap. So I got so many memories in here, so many little things I put in here that came from other people and kids and just stuff where nothing matches. But anyhow, and then you just put, and you can put 5, 6, 7 signatures in here. Of course, this one will only hold one because it is kind of filled up like that. But then when you tie it, excuse me, when you tie it, then it is secure. Everything in there is just secure. And it just looks so pretty. Pretty. See there? Just tied with a piece of ribbon. This is seam binding, which I think is the prettiest ribbon because it's so frilly. Now this is about the smallest that I would make, and it just barely holds. What we normally use as pages in our journals is 8.5 by 11 piece of paper folded in half, and we usually make our signatures out of that size. So anyhow, this is what I've been doing. Move my telephone right here. Now, I showed some of these already, but I've been on a roll, and I am making what I'm calling them is memory wraps. These are memory wraps because you can put anything in these little wraps. Anything, and because I'm using, let me see, did I put pockets in this one? Yes, see, some's got pockets in like this, but they're not made to add signatures to. They're made to put things in there if you want to, save things or whatever. And I'm making different sizes too. And then you can make signatures and put them in here, and you just tie them shut. And like I said, some of these I already showed. Let's see here, this one. I think that one's done with its pockets. But see, I'm using this one here. I showed it too. It's got its pockets, so that one's done too. As far as I know, you never know. I might add something to it now. And this one's got some raggedy, snaggedy pockets. Now these ones all are of a smaller. They're larger than this one. See, so they're larger. So they will, like these, the signature goes right to the edges. Now, these ones, if you put the same size signature in here, then you have more space. So see, I would maybe take this signature here, and if I were to put it into a different memory wrap, then see, I have a lot more space to add more. I have more space to add more thickness to it, and stuff in the pockets and such as that. And so, let me see. Now here, this one here now, what I first started trying to do was to make a journal wrap that would fit a composition book. But then by the time I got all of the edging done and everything, this doesn't fit in here anymore. So it won't fit in there, my cover. So, but if I wanted it to, I could cut the cover and make it fit into the pockets on the side. But see, now these ones I made, this one here I made with the pockets on the side. So you could put like your Bible in there and anything. This one's going to get a tie on it as well. And so let's see, what else do we have here? This one here, these ones I put the pockets on the sides as well. So those are the pockets on the sides. So, but you know, if you were to want to put a book in there and, you know, cover up your Bible or cover up a book, then this one's a little bit bigger. And it's going to get a tie. You just never know what I might add. I might add a cluster of buttons or something on it. I'm not sure about that. Now this one here, oh, look how pretty this one is. Now this one is a little bit bigger. This one here is definitely would fit. This one here would definitely, you could put like a journal, a composition book inside. And then its little covers would fit in. In fact, it's too big for that. Well, not really too big, but you might want this to put a journal. You could put a journal in here, a composition book, put another composition book over on this side, and it would close up and hold both your composition books. And then you could add more and more and more things in here. And once you tie it shut, it is secured. Now these ones I was showing you yesterday, well, I worked on them a little bit more today. I added some lace on the top that went all the way around on the inside and the outside. And then I had this crocheted, a piece of this crocheted stuff, and I made a pocket on either side in this one. So, and it's got to still get ties on it. And here again, I may add like a little, I don't know, like a little doily and a flower or something in there to give it a little bit more, interest. And this one's pretty much done the same way with, although this one's with the quilted fabric, so it's about a little bit heavier weight than the other one. But that one too, I put the lace at the top. But these are called memory wraps. The reason I'm calling them memory wraps, now see this one here, I just think they're so pretty. I just think they're so pretty. And I've made quite a few. And they're not all finished because I'll work on one and then I put it aside and I'll work on another one. But Okay, then now this one here. This is what I really want to show you. This is a placemat. This that string hanging. This is a placemat from the thrift shop. I can get placemats at the thrift shop at quite a wonderful price. And I've got threads. A lot of times I leave threads on, but look at this. This is a placemat. So I did the whole back by doing like a scrap, like a crazy quilt. I started with a five-sided square there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and did like crazy quilting sort of around it. And then I put lace all the way around the edge. And then along some of the seams, I put this beautiful, beautiful stuff. There's more strings. Beautiful stuff. And I'm calling them memory wraps. Because what I'm thinking is, like, I've got a lot of things. Like in here, I can fit in this an 8x10 photo. So after I'm 73 years old, I've got a lot of 8x10 photos of family and whatever. And you can save them all in frames, but after a while, you don't have no place to put them. So if you have a memory wrap, if you've got newspaper clippings, which I've got newspaper clippings of different things that I save. I've got my mom and dad's wedding picture. This is going to get pockets in it too. I just haven't done the pockets yet. And anything, anything that you want to keep. And this is like most of your placemats are of a normal, about the same size. But like what I'm thinking, I've got some, if you were to do this and do all the quilting part, quilt piecing part in all children's fabrics, because some of this is children's fabrics. Here's some dinosaurs here, and well, yeah, dinosaurs. And there's dinosaurs. Children's fabrics. Once you put them in like this, though, you can't really tell if it's children's or whatnot. But you can put them, like, if you do all children's fabrics to make a child's, and then put, like, nice 2 big pockets here, and then you got a nice tie. In fact, some of the bigger ones, I think I would put two ties, one toward the top and one toward the bottom to tie them shut. But if you're doing, like, I have got some fun things, like, look at this Dr. Seuss. Now, I wouldn't put Dr. Seuss on the front of this one, but I would put old Dr. Seuss, the Cat in the Hat. The Cat in the Hat, I got a few of these little things that are so doggone cute. So adorable. And so, if you were keeping a journal with, see, I got a few of these little things. I got these like 100 years ago from, actually it was from one of Carhartt's sales that she had, and I just had to have them because I just love old Dr. Seuss. I love them, Dr. Seuss. Look at these. See these strips that I have? They would go perfect. In fact, I think I might work on my next one will be one of these with the children's things. Then, like if you have your little child is just going through the first grade, and then the little child brings home all of his papers for you to look at and things, you can put them up on the refrigerator and they last you so long up there, and then you put new ones on the refrigerator, and then you run out of space. Well, if you have a memory wrap with the pockets in it, I mean, I could put the pockets on the sides too, but if you have the, with it tied good, after a while, they're not going to fall out of there. I mean, you could even make a signature to put these pages in, but to make it for a little child. But I have like, now let's see, this here one. Yeah, well, they're not all the same size because now this here placemat is bigger. So see on this one, I don't want to take the placemat apart because they're put together so nicely. And so, made in India. So I would work on this side. This is where I would leave this for the inside. So I would start working on this outside, I mean the underside, to put my quilted fabric, my pieced fabrics. I would piece it right on here, and I would put it on here, and because I do have a lot of children's fun fabric, and I think that this would be awesome. And so to be a memory wrap. Now this one here, see, this is so pretty too. This one's a little bit, just a little bit smaller than that one. 100% cotton. But isn't that pretty though? Isn't that pretty though? And that's the same on both sides. So it wouldn't matter. I would leave it that size because I want to make some bigger ones because I will be offering these up at my sale coming up. And but I do believe, because see what I think I want to do with, I want to make like for my my granddaughter. She's got 2 children. Taylor and Ella are 10 years old and 6 years old. And so I would like to make one journal wrap for each of them. I mean, they're for their mama, but for mama to put their memories in. So it'd be a memory wrap, and you just keep putting those memories, just keep filling it up with memories. And no matter how thick it gets, you just can tie them together. And yeah, on this size, I think I would absolutely put 2 ties, so it would tie here and here. And but how pretty would that be? And see, here's another one of that kind, and then I have another one. This is like the one that I just finished. So yeah, this one's quite a bit smaller, but it's still big. But see, usually your children's papers from school are 8.5 by 11. So this finished book would be there, that from here to here, that's 9.5 inches. And that's would be 13 inches. And so the 8.5 by 11 pages would go in here just perfectly. And so, and then especially if I have pockets in this size, if I have pockets in here, then the pockets are going to be at least on this one, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I would make the pockets so that they're at least 8.5 inches wide, or maybe because it's, let's see, get it 10 there. Yeah, because it's 9.5, folded in half. This one is 9. Get it exactly right. Yeah, it's 9.5 inches. So I can put an 8.5 inch or even a 9-inch pocket in here. And then those 8.5 by 11 pages would fit in here. And if you got 8 by 10 photographs, they'll fit in there. And so I'm just thinking that these would be awesome. This would be pretty to do it just like that. But because I like to sew and I want to sew, I'm going to sew. Let's see. Yeah, that's all that I have. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And I kind of think this even larger size is going to be really good, especially. And so I'm going to what I'll probably do is just set that in the center, because this is going to be the outside. So if I put that in the center already, right there, and then just start crazy quilting pieces around, oh my gosh, will that ever be awesome. And especially, and then if I can write, which I can write the children's names on there if I want to for my great-grandchildren, and that would be awesome. I just think, and so I just, while I was on a roll, I just wanted to stop what I was doing and let you all know, because you all might have already thought of these kind of ideas, because I know other people have done journal wraps, and which of course they've probably even done exactly the same thing I'm talking about, is a memory wrap. And so, you know, if we were to make, I have some ledger paper or some paper in there that is actually long. It's really long. It's like two 8.5 by 11s together. So it's 11 inches by 17 inches. So I could actually make, with that big paper, 11 by 17. So it goes 17 inches this way. So that would be that wide. And then 11 inches this way. Oh my gosh, yes. So that would work. If I take that paper and make signatures out of that paper that I have, which you can always, you know, and you just, I don't know what they call that paper. It was given to me, quite a few reams of that large paper like that. And if you cut it straight in half, it's 8.5 by 11. And so, but I have a lot of that big paper. Man, wouldn't that be awesome just to make the signatures out of that paper and then start adding your children's things to that, to those papers. Like I have, oh, where did I put it? I just got in the mail from my great-granddaughter, sent me a, we'll see, and then I cleared my desk. How silly of me to clear my desk off. But yeah, but anyway, she sent me a beautiful thing in the mail, and I don't know where I put it. But anyway, so that's just what I wanted to tell you, to share that idea, because yeah, and these are going to be, this is going to be nice. And you know, you can get, and you don't have to have a placemat. You can just use, like most of these, this wasn't a placemat. This one was just a piece of quilted fabric that I had, that I got from, actually it was at Stacy's sale, but then Laura bought it for me. Laura Vasquez bought it. She says she bought it and said send it to Lizzie. And boy, I was excited. And so, and so that was made with that. And this is just made with fabric. Oh, this one was made with fabric. The quilting, the piece fabric, and a plain piece of fabric, and in the middle of it is a piece of felt. And so you don't have to. This was a pre-quilted type of fabric, and this was just a plain fabric, and then I just added the, oh no, this one I put some flannel in the middle. Did I put flannel in the middle? I think I did. Well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, you don't have to. You don't have to, but it just gives it a little bit more substance. And so, and then this one, I just love that fabric with the cardinals on it. But see, this is of a good size too. So if I made a signature out of that paper I have, see, this would be, yeah, this would be, because that's 9 inches across that way. and 11 inches across that way, so I could make a signature out of that big paper for this too. But even if you were to, you can, if you have these kind of books, you can, they're sewn together, and you can go through though and take all them stitches out, and then you have a piece of paper that wide. This is your paper, and you can make signatures out of that size paper too, and then that will make good signatures to go in your books. And so yeah, just I'm having fun with these. This I used some upholstery fabric that I had for the pockets, which that made for some nice pockets. I love this blue fabric here. And then of course, in this one, I don't even remember. I think I have a piece of flannel in between just to give it a little bit more substance, you know. This one's very light, so I don't think that, oh yeah, that one does have some of the flannel in the middle. But I love these pockets. Yeah, they turned out really pretty. And so, but there's so many different things you can use them for. This one feels stiff, so I got flannel felt in this one in the pockets. And these birds, love them little birds on there. And so some of them I've put a little focal point on the front. I just love my gypsy ladies, so but see, this is how I just put the ribbons on to tie, and that one, she's got a little, but yeah, so anyhow, that's all I just wanted to tell you. I just wanted to, and like this one, she's got a sewing thing on, a sewing lady on there, and I got to put this one back where she lives, because she really has to live in here, because she's been living in here for so long. I got to leave it in there. Just got to leave that sucker in there, because she lives there. She doesn't feel comfortable having a new home. Let's see, you tie that up in there, and that signature just stays right in there. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some signatures to go in these larger ones with that larger paper that I have. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm glad I got to talk to you all for a few minutes here. Gosh, I got pretty many going here. And they're pretty. And so, I want to say too, I just want to, well, I want to read you my daughter brought me some Chinese for dinner, and then my fortune cookie said, "No one grows old by living, only by losing interest in living." That is so true. I love that. And so, but I want to tell you about a friend. Now, I have met so many beautiful souls since I started my channel. So many beautiful, beautiful souls. Some I have even met in person. I've met in person one girl from Rhode Island, one girl from Canada, many from Florida, one from Alabama. I've met in person many of them. But I feel like I have met in person so many of you, even if we've not been face to face, even I've not been able to touch your face, I feel like I probably am closer to a lot of you than I am with some of my family members that I hardly even know. And so one of my dear subscribers, she started out as a subscriber, but she ended up to be a very, very dear friend. Her name, you all might recognize the name. Her name is Enid. Enid Ezo. She has been a big part of my channel. She's of my life. She This lady is as loving and as caring as anybody could be. And she's very prayerful. And her husband's name is Dana. And so sometimes you may have seen her in a chat or something as Dana Ezo instead of Enid Ezo, because sometimes she used her husband's channel maybe. And well, she just passed away. She had the cancer, and she just passed away in the last couple of days. One of the things, gosh, it's been maybe 2 months ago when we were talking, she said, accept my husband as a friend on your Facebook so that he can keep in contact with you. So I did. We became friends, me and her husband. And so Enid has been, her husband called her Enid. She's been in and out of the hospital. She was in the hospital for a while, then she was back home for a while, then shortly she went back in the hospital for a while, and then I think she was home again, but then went to hospice. And only 5 days after being in hospice, the Lord accepted her through the Golden Gates. And Mr. Ezo, Dana, is broken hearted. If you go to his Facebook page, Dana Ezo, Ezzo, you will see some of the posts that he's put up that just absolutely shows how brokenhearted he is. He's also got a GoFundMe going. Bless his heart. When she became very sick and could not really do much on her own, he felt the need to quit his job and stay home and take care of her. He just wanted to take care of her. He called her his queen. She's my soulmate. She's my queen. And you could just tell the love he had for this lady, his beautiful wife. And he said he went to the lake. I guess it was the day after she died. Maybe it was just yesterday that he went to the lake, and he just so that he could think about his beautiful Amy. And a cardinal, a male cardinal, a red cardinal, came to his car. And he knew right then, and I know, that was Enid came to be with him. And we get to knowing our friends on Facebook or on YouTube. And I say friends because y'all are more than subscribers. You all are my friends. And when I see your name time after time after time in the comments, or when I see you come to my live streams whenever I get around to doing them, my heart just explodes. It's just, I feel so cared about and so loved. And so one thing that I suggest that everybody does, when you become really close to somebody, and there is quite a few that I have come really close to, you need to always make sure there's somebody that can contact you if something happens to that loved one. There's one lady, her name is Pat. She lived or lives or whatever in Minnesota. She was my friend for years. And then all of a sudden, I never heard from her again. And so many times I've wondered, what is, you know, I know she was sick. I know she was sick. She was going for treatments. And so I'm assuming that she passed away. I kind of hope not, but maybe she was, I don't know. But it's just to know, like my conversations I had with Mr. Ezo while Enid was in the process of making her change to the Golden Gates. I'm sure she got a front row seat. Um, by having that contact with him. And most of my friends, I do believe, have, most of my friends that I actually speak to, that actually I chat with or talk to on a telephone or what, most of all of them, there's a few that I don't have um, a second contact with, but I now know I really want to have a second contact. So if my friend Susie Q, all of a sudden she just falls off the safe face of the earth, well, I don't know anybody named Susie Q, but maybe she's got a child, maybe she's got a hubster, maybe she's got somebody that will let others know what what is happening. And so, but I just wanted, you know, go ahead and go over to Dana, DANAEZZO is his name. That's his Facebook page. And then you can look through his page, maybe become a friend, maybe just drop him a line, just and just read his posts that he's put up, and your heart will just be so warmed. And also there is links there to the GoFundMe, because when he left his job to take care of Amy, he had at that time insurance, retirement benefits, whatever, but he chose to drop all of that to be with her and take care of her. And so, if you've got a couple dollars to put into the GoFundMe, then that would be awesome. But even if all you have is prayer, that is what's most important right now. And he believes in prayer so much. And so, even I mean, especially if you are someone who prays, let him know that you're praying for his comfort right now. And I'm going to let it go at that for now. I'm not going to read anything different. I'm not going to sing a song. I'm just going to ask God to watch over you every step you take and every move you make. Keep you safe, keep you secure, keep you healthy, happy, and humble. And know that you are loved. God bless and keep you all. Thanks for watching.